What's up, guys? Welcome back to the home slice. I aim to make good on a promise today. I've just scootered over to the old shed and we've got a date with destiny, which is to say that today I've resharpened the Condor Tactana, Tactical Katana, and it is going to meet the death rope and a sizable pumpkin. So, I don't know, the death rope versus katana is a pretty epic battle, so I may have to do some training for this event. Fortunately, I can't shoot very well because it just started raining as soon as I got here, so perhaps we'll do a bit of a
training montage.
Here we go. That is what I'm talking about. Oh my word. I reckon the money I spent on this katana was worth it just for that. Alright, let's see how difficult it is to piece it up. So good, so good, so good. Might as well do this one, make it easier for my wife. See how little pressure I need at this amount of leverage. Oh my gosh. That's deeper than the SC6 ever cut. Oh, steering. We've got steering problems. There we are. Whoops. There we go. Alright. I suppose to be fair, I mean with all the other ones, we've peeled a bit. To be fair, we've got to peel some. Let me clean this up. This pumpkin will be consumed, by the way. My wife makes a delicious pumpkin, apple, and chorizo soup. That may sound strange to you, but it's amazing. And this will all be washed, scrubbed down, and eaten by my family, so nothing goes to waste. I'll probably save that one. I don't think I want to put myself through the misery of this whole piece, so we'll see if we can get a little piece off of it. Oh yeah, look at that. This is your pumpkin splitting tool. Condor Tactana. If you can afford the price, this is the best thing to use. All right. Don't hurt yourself, Gabe. How painful you guys reckon this is going to be? I mean, just in terms of inefficiency. Let me get closer. All right. Whosoever wields this katana, if he be worthy, shall have the power of Gabe. You know, that's pretty bad. But at least you've got a lot of edge to work with. Hey, look at that. That's not bad. You know, maybe we resort to chop peeling. No. Oh, there we go. Okay, okay, here we go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's the motion. Use the tip, a little push, a little slide, a little pop. There we have it. Okay. You know, I wouldn't rate this as 0. You know, like a 0 out of 10. I used to do ratings when I do my Combat Kitchen episodes. Those are fun. These are fun. I wouldn't rate this a 0. I wouldn't rate it a 5. Ooh. I'd probably rate it about a 2.5. I mean, I was gonna say I've done worse. I haven't really done worse, to be honest. This is about the worst thing to use for this task. But, you know, you could live on this. You could live on this pumpkin that I'm currently preparing for consumption. You also might hurt yourself with this sword and then not live if you were out in the bush. Which is why, you know, it's not getting anything close to a 10. Okay, that's respectable. All right, dicing. Probably will have to throw this one out because this is a nasty old surface, but we'll wash and eat the other ones. Dicing, here we go. You know, I would give this... Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, if you weren't picky because you were, like, surviving, like, if this was a survival test, you know? Does this prep kitchen food? Absolutely. Okay, for dicing fun, that was like a 10.5. For dicing efficiency, or like actual usefulness, I don't know, that's probably like a 3.5. I give it a 3.5. You could eat this. I'm not going to, but you know, you could if you were surviving, and that's what it's about in these videos. We should say, I mean, we're already into it, and this thing has already impacted this MDF quite hard a few times, but this was sharpened to a mirror edge on a Veneve 5-3 micron diamond stone, and was respectable. It was like just hanging out around 200 best, and I just didn't have the patience to get it any lower. For the actual chop test, I got it to, I think, 166 or something like that. Still slicing paper well. It was just barely shaving at the beginning. I don't anticipate that it will be shaving at the end. What's next? Onion. Not bad. I'd give that, honestly, I'd give that like a 7 out of 10. That was not that bad. Other than trying to hold the skin where it's slippery, slipping around while you're trying to cut off the end was a little terrifying. That was pretty good. All right, apple. Rotten bit removal. Oh, that's scary. I wouldn't recommend this. Just gotta keep your hand well out of the way. Hey, look at that. Honestly, that wasn't half bad. I reckon we should Fruit Ninja this thing before we cut it into pieces. Let's do the Fruit Ninja. See if we can do it. All right, let's try that one more time. All right, here we go. This could be a sport, guys. Are you ready? Fruit Ninja. Oh, that was dumb. All right, you ready? That was so good. Look at that, right in half. Amazing. All right, let's clean that up a little bit. Oh, look, a nice flat surface. Get that evenly in half. Should get that on camera. It's so thick. You've actually got to hold the blade kind of sideways. No, that way to get a straight cut. My gosh, though, look at that. It's not bad. Not bad at all. That's just way too fun. I could do a whole video of that. Okay. Oh, sorry. Back to the apple test. Okay. All right, we're going to do the easy method of coring. Beautiful. And then we'll see how it flakes. You know, that is not nearly as bad as I had thought it would be. I mean, it's not great, right? But, I mean, oh, that was scary. Almost got my finger there. Those are like 1.5 to 3 millimeters. They're like broken up, but you know, honestly, the fixed blade knives kind of did that as well. Okay, let's do this in a careful way. Get maximum apple back for our efforts. Hey, that's not bad. Overall on apple, what would I give this? You know, surprisingly, probably 6.5. 6.5, I'd say. Just make some actual slices here. Oh, that is pretty bad. That is pretty, okay. No, I'm gonna give it a 5. Yeah. Now, because we're testing a katana, we gotta do a couple extra tests. I reckon 2x4 and the death rope. Okay, slightly damp, oniony apple paper. Still holding true. Now granted, we've only gone through an onion and an apple and a pumpkin, so that's not really a surprise, is it? Now we get to some beefier stuff. All right, 2x4, here we go. You know, honestly, not that impressive. Not really a Blade Sports result. Let's get something thinner, some plywood, see how we do on that. All right. What do we got here? Probably some 1 centimeter thick ply. 1 centimeter thick ply. Just try not to hit the L brackets or we'll totally ruin the edge, but let's see how deep we can get. Maybe right there. All right, how deep do you think it's gonna go, guys? You know, not that great. Bury the blade. I think the geometry is just a bit too thick. What do you reckon? Is this gonna go through the death rope? What will the best reading be like if and after it does? Yeah, that was like a hard hit and I only got probably an extra 1/4 inch. All right, death rope time. I'm going to go get the death rope. And I realized that the bit that's here is like 300 feet long. I tried to cut through it with a saw. Literally, bits of fluff here. It's so much work. I think I'm just gonna haul it as it is. Okay, 2x4. Took off a little bit of the coating. It's hard to see, but I can feature it later in the video if I do some. Oh, you can see it. I feel like that's to be expected. 2x4 didn't ruin the edge. Now we'll see if all that training paid off. This paper's folding over a little bit, but it has apple and onion juice on it. What do you reckon? Am I gonna get through this, guys? Let's find out. A bit rusty on my rope busting technique. Just 2 strands there. Boy. Alright, let's again. Oh, 3 strands. Come on. Okay, pull-up bar came unlatched and fell down, so I've had to set it back up. I'm gonna give this one more whack, and I've immobilized it at the top so it can't just pull down and lose some of the energy. And we'll see. Now some of you in the comments may be saying, oh, you just suck at using a katana. And to that I say, well, yeah, you're probably right. Like, who uses a katana in their daily life? I mean, I barely used a katana at all. I will say, I got through this same rope with the cold steel katana machete. And it's surprising me that this one is so much worse. I assumed that the geometry would be better, but I reckon actually the cold steel's machete geometry was a bit more optimized and the edge was a bit more acute. And it also had a longer blade to get through this thing. I'm glad it didn't break while I was doing this. If that doesn't get through it, then the question will become, how many strokes does it take to get through? Okay, you'll go this way.
The place where death is dead. Rest in peace. Beneath the pines, soaked in potent wine.
Nope.
Finally free.
2, you have it. However many that was, 20 something. I can see a few hiccups in the edge. My assumption is, yeah, it was a decent sharpening job, and yeah, on a quick pass, those won't be affecting it much at all. On a slow pass, actually that's not bad. Edge retention, I'd give it 8 out of 10. Rope cut, 0.5 out of 10. This is surprising to me because I did a event out here where different guys tried to use the cold steel machete katana to get through the rope. And 5 guys got through it in one swing, myself included, without resharpening. So it didn't even lose the edge after going through once. Well, anyway, Condor Tactana. Oh, look at that. It's a bit of apple. All right, let's head home for the recap. Well, catch the fading light for the end of this video. I was going to do a best test and talk about the edge retention, but you know, we've done all that in the chopping tournament. So I think we should just let things be. What shall we say here at the end of all things testing related to the Condor Tactana? I've got to be careful not to poke a hole in the shade sail here. Well, I'm toying with a title for the video. It's like beautifully useless or uselessly beautiful. Because indeed, this is the most legendary, majestic, beautiful looking blade in my entire collection, small collection of blades so far. But you know, it really didn't chop the trees very well. It really didn't do very many of the kitchen tests. Of course, we weren't expecting that. It didn't really do well on the 2x4 or the plywood, which I thought it might. And it did pretty terrible on the death rope, which surprised me. So, what does all that mean? Well, if we call it useless, according to the testing, we would probably have to concede that all my other blades are not that much more useful for life. Like every now and then I get to go camping or I get to use them and I have fun with them and I observe different characteristics slightly of different steels in outdoor applications. But really, what is the use and what is the purpose of a knife that's larger than what you need? I mean, to feel like Samurai Jack for a moment? Yeah. To have a lot of fun, to put a big smile on your face? Yeah. And in that sense, I don't think that we could say that the Condor Tactana is useless. It's been a real fun journey. Thank you guys for tuning into it. This was a dream that I had, and the process alone is worth it, of having an image of what a katana is in your mind and having an idea of what would do the chopping work that you do from time to time to clear land, and seeing what the real world experience actually offers you through using something like this is actually valuable as well. And now I'm well equipped to shop for the next blade, perhaps sell this thing off, because if it doesn't work for the work that I do, I'm probably not going to keep it around. I don't have that much money or time. Oh my goodness, the bugs are crawling literally on my lens. Well, I better wrap this up. Anyway, probably sell it, and I'll be much better equipped to know what would be most useful for the type of chopping work that I do, or even to design something myself and get in touch with a custom maker to see if we could work together. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you want to see the last video that was starring the Condor Tactana in an outdoor chopping use, I'll put that on screen now. For the rest of you, I'll say peace out in the fading light from the home slice here in New Zealand. I hope you have a good night, day, whatever it is.